All right, it's time for us to look at the headlines across Nigerian newspapers. And to make sense of all of this, I have my regulars in the studio. I have Sesan Okunade here. Sesan, good morning.
Good morning,
Good
Mike.
to see you.
Thank God it's
Great.
Friday.
Thank God it's Friday.
And compliment of the season.
Exactly. Same to you too.
Yeah.
And I have Kehinde Nwandu here, CEO CKN News. It's good to see you as well.
Mediator and Conciliator.
Oh yeah. you see.
Mike,
take it. Take it.
We are performing.
Very good. No, but Nigeria is interesting.
Very interesting.
We're very happy people.
No, we are still happy people. Nothing changes.
Irrespective of whatever
happy people. It's all right. Now let's begin with the business day. That's where we start from this morning. Nigeria's COVID-19 cases hit 9-month high. Oh, this is troubling. Nigeria's COVID-19 cases hit 9-month high. That's business day. From there, let's go to this Nigeria. Rising insecurity is the focus here. The enemies within this Nigeria, the enemies within 3,686 non-state actors, 985 security agents killed in 12 months. Wow. Okay, if we have time, we'll certainly talk about that. Vanguard newspaper, let's go to Vanguard. It says, outrage as Nigeria loses 964 security agents in 1 year. And how 322 police officers, 642 soldiers were killed in 1 year. The report is saying all of this and says 1,989 bandits, 975 Boko Haram members killed within the same period. Okay. All right, and it also gives an account of, notes that 290 cultists, 129 vigilantes, 100 IPOB members also killed within this period of time. All right, it's all part of the breakdown there. All right, from the, let's go to Daily Sun. 3 judges in trouble over conflicting court orders. CJN stops promotion, appoints 69 judges. Okay. This is a story that is making the rounds now too. The Nation is next. Conflicting orders. NJC bars 3 judges from promotion. Justices Bassam, Umar, Kofri are all affected. All right, Bassam and Umar will not be promoted when they are due for 2 years each of them, and then Kofri will not be promoted for 5 years when he is due. These are some of the issues. From there, let's go to The Guardian. The Guardian newspaper, concerns as hope dims for amended electoral bill. Concerns as hope dims for amended electoral bill. Buhari departs Abuja for Turkey Africa Summit, returns on deadline day, which is Sunday, and the lawmakers proceed on Yuletide recess. And Turkey trip stalls National Assembly leaders' last effort to save amendment bill. Okay, well, the time that is allotted or given for the accent to be made on the electoral bill is Sunday, and that is the day the president is returning from his trip to Turkey. Well, people will say it is not late yet. He could come back that day and decide to append his signature. So, but let's wait to see how it goes. Daily Independent is next. APC February convention uncertain as crisis persists in states. Convention in February may lead to implosion, Carlo warns. All right, that's a Daily Independent. From there, let's go to Blueprint newspaper. Blueprint newspaper says, APC national chairmanship debate. Let's end governors' domineering influence. Yari is quoted as saying this. All right, let's end governors' domineering influence. Yari is saying this. Ruling party governors opposed to local government autonomy. Okechukwu is saying that. All right, that's all on the Blueprint newspaper. Let's go to the Punch newspaper. The Punch newspaper says, AGF writes Buhari says mandatory direct primaries will cause confusion. Malami's office sent its position 2 weeks ago, says Ministry of Justice sources. And the constitutions of parties stipulate direct or indirect amendment will be difficult. That's what the Punch has there. Nigeria Tribune is next. Adebanjo Oyinlola, Bode George descend on Akonde. I sold houses, land, took loan to build my Lekki home. Adebanjo is saying this. Akonde paid 800 million naira contract sum for government house in full in his last days in office. Oyinlola is saying this. Akonde's book contains fallacies, should be consigned to the dustbin. But the judge, these are all opinions in there from different persons. From there, let's go to this day. Adebanjo replies Akonde, asks him, Tinubu, to explain their sources of wealth and lists properties he disclosed to, or he disposed to build Lekki home. All right, all that on this day. From there, let's go to Daily Trust. Daily Trust says Auditor General uncovers multi-billion naira fraud in National Assembly. That's what the Daily Trust has there. 3 billion naira in Senate and 5.5 billion naira in the House. It's shocking. Lawmakers are breaking laws. Rafsanjani is saying this. Okay. All right. These are all issues on the front page of the Daily Trust. Nigerian News Direct. NDDC funding controversy trails recovery of $5.6 billion IOC's debt by federal government committee. All right, this is News Direct. Then let's go to First News, which is the last we're looking at now. Direct primaries. Buhari may shoot it down, as Malami writes on its disadvantages. Okay, that's a part of the issue. I guess this is a kite so far. All right, let's see how, let's see some of the stories right now. CKN, this one concerns you the most. We're going to start with you on this, on the issue of the 3 judges that are in trouble over conflicting court orders. Recall that this issue has been on, warnings have been sent out before that this issue of, courts that are parallel to each other should not be given, you take one case here and then it's tried, you take the same case, the same people to another court, and then there's also adjudication on these cases. Talk to us about the implication of this.
Yes, Mike, it's very annoying. But before I go to that, let me use this opportunity to wish Mr. President a happy birthday.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Yes,
it's the president.
The president is 79 today.
Yes.
So we need to celebrate with him.
And wish him long life.
Long life. By this time next year, he'll be 80. And I think that we should be able to roll out the drums. And that will be his last birthday as the president of Nigeria. The birthday he'll be celebrating as the president. Because in 2023, by May, he would have gone. He would have gone. So, but we need to tell the president Nigerians are not smiling. Nigerians are suffering. I try to bring this to the fore now so that he can understand the import of what is happening. Nigerians are not smiling. The president is a Christmas boy. If you understand what I mean, he's a Christmas boy. Yes, so he should be able to make Nigerians smile at this point in time. And we're having serious challenges, Mike, across board, economically, politically, security-wise, and the rest of them. And things are not looking good. And I think this should be a sober reflection for the president to look back and see that this country has given him so much. He has been very lucky. This is the second time he's coming to be the president of Nigeria. Mike, there are millions and millions of Nigerians who never have opportunity of becoming ordinary councillors. But the president has gotten a second opportunity to do that. So he should write his name in gold. He should write his name in a position by 100 years' time. Nigerians, younger Nigerians who did not live to see him,
still make reference to
will still make reference to him, right. And that points at his way.
All right.
Well, back to the issue of the judges. I think the decision of the CJN is a good one. I don't know whether, I've not really read reports, but I don't know whether the CGN as a person has the rights. Is the NJC that has
the NJC,
because I saw I'm seeing the headline in the story where it says CGN stop promotion appoint system. So I don't.
It's coming from the NJC.
Yes. So that headline by Son cannot be correct for me. Is the NJC that has.
I think the nation
got it right. Yes, it's the nation that captured it. The CGN does not have. By the Constitution of Nigeria, the CGN does not have the right to stop.
Okay.
But the fact is that examples have been made of these judges. It's becoming very, very unbecoming, if I should use that language, where judges of coordinate jurisdiction, what we call, within the ranks. Mike, the law says that if you are a judge and we are the same standing in rank as it may be, if I give a judgment, you as a person cannot override that judgment. If there's anything you need to do, then the person can go on appeal. So a high court judge cannot override the decision taken by a high court judge. The best he can do under circumstances is go to the court of appeal. But that is what we are seeing. Now let me also take it near home. Mike, there's also one that is happening now. The one on the registry.
Yes,
of marriages.
Oh, marriage registry.
Marriage registry.
Yes.
The Federal Ministry of Interior, the Interior Ministry came out to say that there have been a judgment by a high court judge too on this matter in our favor. Another one now came, another high court judge is coming out again to give a contrary judgment that is favorable. So you can see that there's a lacuna there. So, and I think that this is just high time. Apart from just stopping their salary, I think they should be actually dismissed. That is me.
Whoa.
Yes.
Whoa.
Because that is the only way you can set examples. Because you know what happens, from what to some of the things I read recently and rest of them, I have to be very, very careful with my use of language. As a student of law, I should be very, very careful. Some of the things I say. But it is
you know, you are the learned one. We are not learned.
We have always been advocating that we need to sanitize ourselves. You know why? If we get it wrong with our judiciary, everything collapses. Everything, because that is always the last hope of the common man. That is what we always say. So judges must be seen to be up and doing at any given point in time. Whatever judge, they must be above board in everything do. That's why you don't go to parties and you see judges sitting down. Yeah. Do you understand?
They're like gods.
There is one of the stories this morning. There is a high court judge in Plateau State who yesterday came out to name a lawyer who came to bribe him. He named the lawyer in court. He mentioned his name. He mentioned the name of the lawyer. Mentioned the time and rest of them. And that the lawyer came to bribe him. That is a judge. And that is what every other person. So I think that NJC should be able to rise up to this occasion and make sure that and try to sanitize the judiciary system. If we don't do that, Mike, we are in serious trouble.
Yeah. Now, Sesan, the point there is a lot of Nigerians have commended this move as a way of serving as deterrent. Although CKN has said that, in fact, if he has a way, the best in his own opinion is to even dismiss the judges concerned. But however, the point there is there is a disciplinary measure. That is what is important right here.
Yeah, I think I will. You know, we are not learned people.
No, we are not learned. We are not learned. We don't know anything.
But from the perspective of an accountant, we can borrow them some of the things that we do. I think the world is going IT tech now. And if you talk of artificial intelligence, some of these things that we are making use of in the accounting profession, I think they can centralize the judgment. They read a lot as learned people.
Of course.
So that's part of why they are learned. I think the lacuna they are having is that possibly the judge of the same level does not have understanding of what this judge has actually passed because their decision is not central. If they have a central database where some of these judges can pull decision from before you take decision. Look, in accounting profession as an auditor, before you take over another assignment, you must consult with the other auditor the reason for his dismissal or withdrawal for a particular audit job. And that will give you guidance whether you're going to take the job or not. So with that, it has given you a leverage to say, okay, you dismiss this person based on this, because we have been seen as professional colleagues who are expected to work together. So I think maybe the learned people can borrow from this leave. If there's any case coming within your jurisdiction, try and have, and that can only happen if you have a central database of operation to say, okay, this case has actually been handled at a particular court on the same level with me. What was the decision at that point in time? And use it to turn it down. People are going techie. The lawyers, the judges must follow suit.
Mike.
Otherwise, we may be behind the scene.
Mike, let me correct it. Let me correct the chartered accountant. We have.
Okay.
That's what is called the law reports.
Okay.
Okay. And it's a publication of all the judgments that has been given. Every court, especially starting from the major court, high courts, and on a daily. Don't forget that if you know one of the things that we created to Ganify me is because of that he was able to build up a database where we have, that's what is called weekly report, law report, there's monthly law reports, there's yearly law reports. Every judge and even every lawyer have access to those judgments at any given point in time. There is no judge before a judge makes a judgment on any case. He goes back to that's why you see after you make all your submissions, you now give a date, a long date to give judgment. Okay. You know what? The essence is that he will go back and look at all the necessary reports that will always
that are related already.
And that's what we call precedent. Okay. In law. There is precedent. If a judgment has been given on a particular case, it makes it easier for a judge to take decision on that case. It doesn't have to start going around to go start looking for any evidence, because if the similarity are the same, Mike, if somebody comes and kill and they use a knife and kill somebody, and there's been a judgment, we look at the circumstances, we look at what we call the mens rea. The mens rea is what is the reason behind it, and the rest of the motive and the rest of them. You have to be able to look whether it's manslaughter, whether it's murder and the rest of them. Homicide. But there's no case, practically no case in history that have not had a precedent. Do you understand? So that is what the judges, they go back and look at the books, and from there they so whether, in fact, let me tell chartered accountant, we are more high tech than even chartered.
Oh my God!
Yes. You know why? Do you know why?
Why?
Yeah, you know why? Let me tell you. Chartered accountants, they gather figures and rest. We go to court on a daily basis. Okay. On a minute by minute basis.
I think.
So you know it's per second that we play our figures.
All right, gentlemen. The point there is, I have a chartered accountant. I have a learned. So me, what I am now. What am I now?
A learned journalist.
No, but basically, the point
is that
I think there's the issue of judges still writing in longhand.
Yes.
You know, and all
that
of that.
I agree with
exactly.
you.
I believe that's the area where.
I agree with you.
But by the time we create a central base where this thing is digitalized, and then if there is a judgment on anything in Kebbi State, for instance, anybody in Akwa Ibom State can Lagos, access it because it is in the pool. You know, and then the professional body like the lawyers and accountants, where you have a closed system, you have to be a professional to be in, like the MBA, you know, an ICANN and so on. So I guess that's from that window. That's what the thing is.
Yes.
All right. Let's move from there. Let's go to this story. If you look at Vanguard, if you look at the story on the front page of the Vanguard, outrage as Nigeria loses 946 security agents in 1 year. He gave a breakdown of number of police, number of soldiers, number of cultists, number of bandits, number of Boko Haram, you know, and vigilante people that were killed under the period under review. Now, when numbers like this are mentioned, it can be very troubling.
It is.
Yeah.
But if you get to the reality on ground, the difficult terrain in the northwest or in the northeast or in the north central or anywhere in the country for that matter, even in the southeast now, where there seem to be challenges in security, then you begin to appreciate more the challenges that our people are facing. Not about 1,000 security agents killed. That's a large number.
It is a large number. There's a saying in my place in Igbo land that
okay.
What it means is that when you see a corpse of someone that's being carried, it just looks like a log of wood to you, because you are not concerned. It's not your relation. It doesn't make any sense to you. It's just like any other number. Okay. Yoruba also have a saying that any bakon lomo. Yes, meaning that now when it touches you, now you go know. So what am I saying in essence is that most often than not, we look at this as figures. 964, Mike, how many policemen and security agencies do we have? Probably in the police we have less than 500,000 policemen. then other security agencies and this. We say we don't have enough. The ones that we have, we are losing them. And I can tell you, Mike, that it will be more than that. Because these are the ones that we can be able to factor. There are so many other people that were killed that were not factored into this. Then you are not talking of the citizens, you are talking of all sorts of these things. Just yesterday, you see what has been, in the few days, what is happening in my state of Imo, where monarchs are being killed, are being kidnapped, and even the village is being rather, even that even cannibalism.
When I saw that video, my heart was broken.
And cannibalism is coming to play, where we saw roasted human beings and the rest of them. Mike, we are no longer human beings. This cannot happen in any sensitive, any sin. And these are part of the things that people from the outside world see and look at us and say, are these people, are they human beings? In 21st century, this is happening? Yeah. Then we should be very, very much concerned. It's very, very disturbing. It's very, very disturbing to me. And I find it difficult to always discuss things every single time that I'm on television. And this is that we're not doing anything about it. Mike, a commissioner was killed a few days ago in Katsina. Mike, over 25 people were burnt. Passengers were burnt in their vehicle in Sokoto.
A house of
representatives in Kaduna was also killed. Mike, what is happening? What is happening? And we continue to cry on a daily basis that this thing is getting out of hand. And our leaders will always tell us we are far better than we were in 2015. Is that true? Is that, Mike, I see you as the way they shake your head. Is that true?
When the statement was made, if it is true that the
not if it's true, because it's true.
No, the point there is, I'm only saying.
You don't become politician,
Remember he said earlier that he has to be careful with the way he said it.
Of course,
somebody may come out and say, well, I didn't make the statement. You understand? So the point there is, if that statement was true, we are only looking at it and saying, okay, is that so?
Yes, but what I'm saying in essence, the situation is getting out of hand.
It's really
and
tough.
We have to be, it's very, very disturbing, because it needs to also bring out the morale of the security agencies. Because on a daily basis, when you see your colleagues being killed and arrested before, it demoralizes you. And not only that, don't forget that also that most of these people are not also compensated. Their families are not compensated in terms of where you talk of insurance and the rest of them. So
and sometimes when they do, it takes a long time before they get what they have to get.
It does.
So I wonder what you make of this though, because the point there is the security agents and government will tell us they are on top of the situation. You know, they are handling things and everything will be fine. In fact, there were times where security agents had given us timelines as to when we're going to put Boko Haram behind, or we're going to put insurgency behind us and move on as a country and all of that. Here we are, you know, counting the numbers and so on.
Yeah, if I may pick it from there, we've heard from the federal government representatives, the people that are handlers of the president, telling us that as we speak, Boko Haram do not exist. We've overcome them. We've taken over certain possession. And that's why we ask people, do you have this, do people have that mind that posterity will judge them based on what they have? After 4 years, like CKN said, by this time next year, the president will be planning his exit out of, what will become of you when you join us? Those of us that are here telling you those things that we're saying that we are insecure. Mike, this is festive period. A season where the people from the southeast want to go. People they won't even have opportunity to travel all the year. This is the time everybody try to go back home, reunite. This is the period some of them will even want to have their marriage ceremony and have all those stuff. But is that going to be obtainable as we speak? The answer is no. Reason being that there is serious insecurity. You cannot even travel all the way from this place to Akure in the southwest, not to talk of you going to the east. And come to think about it, if you need to fly, are you economically empowered to even fly as we speak? So I think the people who are leading us should come to the reality that every information they give to us, we will write it for them when they exit from office. There are things, these things have been written. We are not documenting it, but history is documenting itself. And we'll definitely give them some of these things for somebody to tell us that as we speak, we are better off security-wise than 2015. All I just need to do is that let such person who made the statement travel on road from Lagos to Ekiti, Lagos to Kaduna, Lagos to Abia.
Without any security.
without any security and without him giving. Let him do that to and fro within a week and come back and give us the reason.
The person will not.
I know, may go by road.
Let him go by road. Some of us try to do it.
Even if he fly, he go fly enter a village. If he fly, okay, let's assume that he flew to his to the airport. From that airport, he go take plane enter a village.
He could use helicopter.
It's
all right. Anyway, gentlemen, it's the ponder is in Nigeria with all the challenges we face. Sometimes we just sit down to make light of it so that we can just move on.
That's the easiest way to do it.
But the realities of these things are still there.
Of course,
the very strong realities are there. But we pray for our dear nation and hope for the best, as the case may be.
We pray so too.
Thank you very much, Sesan, for coming on the program.
Thank you very much, Mark.
And Chris, thank you very much for coming as well.
Thank you very much.
You took us to the class. You took us to the class.
Today.
As a learned.
Before this guy go rubbish me for. Have a nice weekend.
Thank you, and you too. Thank you.
Very much.
All right.